Hi everyone, and welcome to the third and final appointment of POLI.design Open Day. Thank you so much for being here with us. I'm Sofia D'Alessandro, and I have the pleasure to be moderating the presentation of our specializing master in fashion accessory and jewellery design and management. Here with me there is Professor Livia Tenuta, the Vice Director of the Master, and she will give you a presentation of the contents and structure of the program. Also, I would like to remind to you that at the end of the presentation there will be a Q&A session, so please feel free to type your questions and curiosity on the dedicated chat box in the chat. We will address them at the end. Also, before leaving the floor to Professor Tenuta, I would just like to give you a few words about POLI.design new positioning. The claim "Unlock Your Design Energy" means our commitment to recognizing and enhancing the unique potential and differences of each student. We aim to nurture personal attitudes and inclinations, offering a supportive environment that empowers students to become professionals, ready to assume leadership roles and tackle the complex challenges of today. Each specializing master, of course, unlocks a different type of design energy, so let's discover how you will unlock your energy through this master. Thank you so much and enjoy the presentation.
Thank you, Sofia, and welcome everybody. I'm Livia Tenuta, the Vice Director of the Master in Fashion Accessories and Jewellery. As Sofia said, Unlock Your Design Energy is the common thread among all the Master in POLI.design. For us, Unlock Your Energy means a comprehensive educational experience, since, as you will see, our Master is guided by three big institutions that are Politecnico di Milano, 24-hour business school, and Polimi Graduate School of Management. Then Unlock Your Energy, because here we do have a dynamic and collaborative learning environment in which we do want to create a collaboration not only among students and professors, but also among students themselves, since we have a super heterogeneous environment in terms of cultural background and education, and for us this is for sure a strength, and also prepare students for success in the industry, since during the master all our students do collaborate with professors, but also from professionals in the fashion and accessory field. So, our specializing master, as you can see, join creativity and strategy. You do see into the title that put together design and management, but also communication, with the aim to manage different skills and topics among tradition, technology, but also craftsmanship. Why? Because we have understood that today our students, for being a successful professional, need to be hybrid profiles that can understood and manage different fields of the fashion, including the one of design, management, and communication. Faculty, here you do see just the scientific director is Professor Alba Cappellieri and me, but for sure the faculty is super rich. We will see later the organization of the entire course, in which you will see different modules that are led by different professionals specialized into that specific field. The goals of our master is the one to transfer to our student the best methodology to put together creativity and communication, design and management, experimentation to reach innovation, but also tradition, research about new technology and innovation, not missing the tradition of craftsmanship, so that putting all this knowledge together together with a precise methodology, our student can be trained as professionals in the fashion accessory and jewelry field. Professional outcomes, since, as you have seen in the previous slide, the topic are basically three main topics, the one of design, communication, and management. Also, the professional outcomes are heterogeneous, and some of them are part of the creative side of the fashion accessory field. Some other are part of the side of the production in which you can see that technical skills are more important than those of creativity. The side also of the communication that is about fashion graphic, but also it will be related to brand identity of fashion brands, and also the management side in the field of product management and buying, merchandising and pricing, line building, and brand management. Especially the part related to management, for us it was super important because we have seen that the mind of the professionals of tomorrow need not just creativity, but also to understand really the rules of the market. The structure, basically to simplify the complexity of the different modules, we can synthesize it into three main areas. The first one that is theory and practice. The second one that is more related to practical workshop in cooperation with professionals of different fields. And the third one that we called experience. All the courses are here in the campus at POLI.design in presence, and here we can go in depth into the different training modules. Into theory and practice, you do see that there are 32 hours dedicated to creativity and innovation. Here you will receive the basis related to the design methodologies and all the rules related to creativity and innovation. 8 hours related to sustainability and circular economy, that for us it is not just a trend, but it is really one of the pillars of design and that can really guide the process of future designers. Then fashion design modeling, that is more technical and related to 3D modeling skills. Here it will be used as specific software that is Rhinoceros and then Keyshot for the rendering. A part dedicated to fashion design graphics and representation, because you can create wonderful projects, but if you communicate them in the wrong way, so it's really a pity. 40 hours dedicated to management. We have had in the past years a lot of students that had in mind to create their own brand. So for us it was super important to give you the basis for doing this, but also to understand how complex is also approaching this part. And communication, as I said, that is strongly related with the identity of the brand and the consistency that is created around all the fashion brands. Second training module is the one related to the workshop, in which you can see many different topics. Since it is a master dedicated to fashion accessories, you will meet different fields, such as the one of diet, eyewear, watch, luggage, leather and handbag design, jewelry design, and shoes design. We will see later that they are very different among them, but they also have something in common. And then the third part, that is the one related to experience, in which you will sum up all the previous experience of the master into a portfolio, and also in this part you will learn which is the best way to introduce yourself in the professional market. A part related to the internship, and then the final thesis that will be the conclusion of the journey at POLI.design. Here we can go deeper in the organization of the thematic workshop. As I said, they are very different, and you can see on the right side of the screen just some sketches, rendering and prototypes of the past years. But what do they have in common? The methodology. Because everything starts from an uncertain part in which students are confused, don't know how to approach the brief. Then, because of the Polytechnical methodology, it becomes something very clear and easy to manage. Because the very first part is related to the research in terms of market, competitors, inspiration, target. Then all those inspiration are transformed into tangible project through the concept, sometimes in some of the workshop into prototype, and then it goes on the design phase. If something is wrong into this process, you can go back and start again from the research. As I said, each workshop will be conducted by a professional of the specific sector, and depending on the workshop, usually they are around 1 or 2 weeks. It means that the first day students do receive a brief from the professor or from the company, and then there's a full immersion into the workshop that ends after 5 or after 10 days. The goal here is that you will work as a creative studio, since you will be in class with professional all time long, so you will really have the opportunity to work side by side with them. Also, even if we strongly believe that collaboration, team working is essential in all the field, not just in the one of design, we have decided to structure each workshop as individual working, since at the very end of the master we want to give to the companies that are part of our network a super sincere and transparent portfolio that is really the mirror of your own competencies. At the same time, for us it's important to have open-minded students ready to collaborate one each other, because we have seen in the years that the environment that students can create in class, it is super important. So be ready to exchange ideas with your colleagues, and especially to learn one from each other, not just from professors. Why choosing this master? I already, in a way, explained the structure, but if you want to see it in bullet point, first of all, because we really want that our students after the master are ready for a job, and we are constantly in contact with companies, so we know which kind of professional figures they do need. Also because at the very end of the master, you will have a super rich portfolio with many projects developed individually. So it is also an opportunity for you to enrich your portfolio under the guidance of professionals. The environment, as I said at the beginning, we have international classes with a small number of students, so it makes really possible to create a sort of small family. Made in Italy and relationship with local companies and professionals. And also all the master will be here in Milan, so you will have also the opportunity to enjoy all the possibility that the city offers in terms of exhibition, cultural experiences, and so on and so forth. Experiences, here you can see just some of the companies that are part of our network. So those are companies with which we do organize workshop, but also that host our students for the internship. As you can see, they come from very different fields, from jewelry to leather goods to shoes. Some are fashion brands with different departments. So here it is just for you an overview of those reality. Some of them are super small studios, some other are very famous companies. So for us it was also important to offer different possibilities in terms then of relationship that you can create during the internship itself. As I said, for us, one of the goals of the master, it was to put together design, communication, and leadership skills. So that is why you have the three best schools together, POLI.design, 24 Ore Business School, and POLIMI Graduate School of Management, that can really lead these three huge topics, and that will give you all the tools to absorb those information. How to take part in the selection, formal requirements, CV, motivation letter, portfolio to evaluate your previous experiences, copy of ID card, bachelor degree, and university transcript of records. Here you can see and you can read all the admission requirements, and about the deadline for EU or non-EU graduated in Italy students, November 30 is the first deadline. For the other, October 30, because for sure you will need more time for all the bureaucracy to come here in Italy. That's all, and I hope to see you for the interviews. We are waiting for you, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Tenuta, for this very interesting and insightful presentation. Actually, as you spoke about the interviews, you will have the opportunity to start your selection process by taking your interview on June 21st, namely tomorrow, right?
Yes.
From 2:30 p.m. Italian time. So please feel free to register. Also, another thing I want to tell you is that if you access the webpage of the Specializing Master by scanning the QR code you find there, you will also have access to all the information about the discount policy we designed for you in order to support your study path here at POLI.design and your future. So now let's move on to the Q&A to see which interesting questions you have for Professor Tenuta. So first of all, a student is asking, are there any skills required to pass the selection? For example, a software that we should be familiar with?
Yes, in a way, even if in the past we have had the students that were not super familiar with all the softwares, we strongly suggest students to be familiar with the 3D modeling softwares. I mentioned the Rhinoceros and with the Adobe package. So basically Illustrator, InDesign, and Photoshop. So even if you have never seen and never heard about them, what we suggest is start practicing so that you can take the best from the master itself, because for us also it is important that you will have a good experience with us. So coming with not enough tool and be anxious just because you don't have enough tool to give shape to your thoughts, it would be a pity. So that is why.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, so thank you for that. I have one final question. Can you give us an example of a project your students developed in the past editions?
Yes, for example, this year for the jewelry workshop, we did a collaboration with Ippolita, that is a jewelry brand. Ippolita Rostagno, she is also the founder of Artemis, that probably you know. So basically we decided the brief together with them. It was about imprinting, so students worked with wax as a starting point of inspiration. Then they had to do all the research related to the brand identity of the company to develop something that was consistent with the brand identity of Ippolita. So they developed the small prototypes. They directly had also a mid-interview with the CEO of the company, that is Ippolita Rostagno, presenting her many different ideas related to the concept. She decided for one or two, and starting from them, they developed the entire collection. So this is one, but for sure we have, as you have seen, many different typology of accessories, but basically the methodology and one example is enough to understand also how the other are managed.
Thank you. That's very interesting. So feel free to book your spot for the interview if you want to find more about the projects and all the other information about the master. So I think we don't have any more questions. So thank you again, Professor Tenuta, for being here with us. And thank you all for listening to the presentation. Don't leave, stay connected if you want to hear more about POLI.design and its services. Thank you.